The movie begins in Australia with a ceremony honoring the scientist Edgar Solomon, but his speech deviated from science to insulting the audience. The audience was surprised and annoyed, and the host tried to stop him, but he refused and took her microphone. The audience fled, and a security guard shot Edgar, killing him, thinking he was about to pull out a weapon. No one understood Edgar's behavior, and a camera was recording him. Elliot, married to Monica and expecting a child, was fired from his job as a sales employee. His manager considered his honesty, which he saw as a flaw in his job, as the reason for his dismissal. Elliot tried to convince the manager to reverse his decision, pointing out his family responsibilities, including a disabled brother. But the manager refused. Elliot, angry, went to his brother Michael, whom Elliot had been paying $1,200 monthly to care for. Elliot feared that Michael might be sent to a mental institution. Elliot sought help from his father, Bill, but discovered that his father had spent his retirement savings. Elliot received a mysterious call from someone who knew details about his life, including a car accident that killed his mother, and offered him unique games that could win him a lot of money. A man offered Elliot $1,000 to kill a bird, then $3,622 to eat it. After completing both tasks, Elliot was informed of the rules of a game involving 13 challenges, each offering a large sum of money, with the final prize being $6,200,000. However, failing any challenge meant losing all the money, and revealing the game to anyone would result in his elimination. Elliot received a new challenge worth $5,000, requiring him to make a little girl cry. Elliot went to find a little girl, found her, and told her he would leave her at an orphanage, causing her to cry. Elliot received the reward, but the girl's mother threw trash at him, and Monica cursed her. Elliot took a statue from a library, then burned it, causing a fire. He fled with his family and received $10,000. He received a new challenge, requiring him to steal clothes and a cart from a beggar. Elliot told his wife he was going for a walk. Monica began to wonder about Elliot's behavior. Elliot carried out a challenge by walking with the beggar. They reported to the police about someone harassing their daughter. The beggar described Elliot and drew him, and the little girl confirmed his identity. Detective Shilko received a report about the library fire and suspected Elliot's involvement. The sixth challenge required Elliot to take a man from a specific house and have coffee with him, but he discovered the person was dead. Elliot tried to hide the smell of the corpse using air freshener. Elliot changed the man's clothes and took him to a garbage truck. They went to a restaurant, and the waitress didn't notice there was a dead person at the table. Now, Elliot had to complete the challenge before 4 p.m., so he got angry at the slow waitress. Police officers entered the restaurant, and when his coffee was delayed, he stole it from their table to complete the challenge. A problem arose with the officers, but Elliot noticed that they were off duty and left quickly. An anonymous person informed Elliot that he had succeeded in the 7th challenge and it was canceled, then asked him to ride a car to the 8th challenge. The police found a corpse in Elliot's cart at the restaurant. Detective Shilko interrogated the waitress, who revealed her conversation with a journalist about the library fire. The detective obtained the journalist's number and Elliot's name from the card. Elliot was informed that the police knew his identity due to his lost card and that he was wanted by the law, but completing the challenges would exempt him from the crimes. The detective followed the journalist investigating a mysterious game run by someone named Elliot. The journalist discovered when the game started and what happened to participants, but didn't know the identity of the person recruiting players. The game ordered Elliot to go to a specific hotel to meet John, a former classmate who used to bully him and his brother. Elliot was offered $100,000 to cut off John's arm with a saw, and John agreed because he desperately needed money and was also a participant in the game. Elliot cut off John's arm with the help of a nurse. Elliot took John to the hospital to stop the bleeding, then left quickly. Elliot confronted Tom, John's brother, and took revenge on him. He received $250 after completing the 9th challenge, which was to hit Tom. He threw a lavish party for his wife Monica. He learned that the 10th challenge was to destroy the hall while singing. He thought the police had come to arrest him, but they were looking for Michael. He left the party, destroyed the hall while singing, and escaped from the police after completing the 10th challenge. Elliot received a challenge call and turned himself into the police. During the interrogation, the officer accused him of things he didn't do. Elliot insisted on his innocence and requested a lawyer, but he understood he would be imprisoned. However, he broke a piece of the chair and threatened the officer with it to release him and retrieve his phone. He then received a call from the game, informing him that another person was participating in the same challenges, and only the winner would get the money. Elliot escaped through a window and lost his phone. He used a stranger's phone to call the game master, then asked an elderly woman about the 12th challenge, but she knew nothing. Elliot killed her after helping her hang a clothesline, realizing he had completed the challenge. He saw children approaching on motorcycles, found a new rope set up to kill them, and tried to save them in vain. Elliot saw a severed brain and refused to continue playing, fleeing. Detective Shoko investigated newspapers and discovered that the wife of a former journalist had played the game and died, so the journalist was seeking revenge on the game master. Elliot followed the game's voice and found the person responsible, but he escaped. Elliot found car keys and chased him, receiving a final challenge call requiring him to kill a family member to win. Elliot refused and threw the phone. He discovered that the person he was chasing had entered his father's house, where he found his brother Michael playing the game, having reached the final challenge and deciding to kill their father. However, the father revealed that he had played the game and won by killing their mother. Michael and Elliot were shocked, and Elliot pointed his gun at his father, but the father killed himself. Michael tried to kill Elliot to win the game, but Elliot defended himself and killed Michael. Elliot succeeded in the 13th challenge. Elliot won the game and left the house. Detective Shoko monitored Elliot and discovered he was involved in the journalist murder because he was close to uncovering the game master. The detective entered the house to burn evidence in the cases of Michael and Bill, but Elliot arrived before he could do so. The detective told him he had won the game and all his crimes were erased, and if he killed the detective, he would lose all the money because it would change the game's course. Elliot called Monica, confirming his safety in return. Monica told him about a morning call offering her money for some challenges, but she refused the offer. Elliot was shocked, fearing his wife's participation in the deadly game, but he was finally reassured when he learned she had refused the challenge. The end. Subscribe to support us. Thank you for watching.